friend. May I call you friend? I don't care. The most wonderful thing just happened to me. You'll never believe it. This priest of Zen blessed me when I got his questions right. And then, while I was walking around, I saw a ray of light hit this dirt mound. So I did the only thing I could think of. I dug around in the dirt. Guess what? I found treasure! Oh, it has to be. A priest of Zen blessed me. It's the festival of Zen's generosity, and now I found a ray of light pointing out where some amazing treasure is hidden. This has to be a sign of Zen's favor. What else could it be? Yes, good timing too. My coin purse is nearly empty, and there's a whole festival to enjoy. If you don't know much about Zen, best study up before you find the priest. I'd like you to share in my good fortune.
This is a great discovery. Why can't she see that? 10 years. Shirella and I spent 10 years looking for the tomb of Baloth Bloodtusk. Now that we find it, she says it's not his. Our moment of glory. Why would she ruin it? Baloth Bloodtusk was an orc hero, cruelly slain by Gaiden Shinji in a rigged duel, and buried in a tomb lost to time, lost until now. There should be a day to celebrate orc heritage. Instead, Shirella spouts nonsense. Shirella swears this is Gaiden Shinji's tomb. Orc stone in orc lands, honoring the murderer of Wrothgar's greatest hero? Preposterous. I'll be grateful if you get through to Shirella. I already wrote Orsinium about our findings. Can you imagine if she denies Baloth Bloodtusk's tomb in front of the king's people? I could never live it down. Baloth Bloodtusk was the finest warrior to call Wrothgar home. Some say he was an avatar of Malakath himself. Those people are idiots. The wild boar died, just like anyone else. Don't believe the tales. He didn't wrestle giants, slay dragons, or ride a giant bear. But he carved out a place for my people when orcs were seen as little more than beasts. Had Gaiden Shinji not betrayed him, Daggerfall and Sentinel would be orc cities. 30 years into the siege of Old Orsinium, Gaiden Shinji challenged Baloth Bloodtusk to determine its fate. As the defenders watched the duel, Shinji's order of Diagna slipped inside and opened the city doors. My people were slaughtered. And then, it's unclear. According to legend, Baloth Bloodtusk's fury at the honor of men drove Shinji to defeat. But rather than lose a duel, Shinji ordered 10,000 archers to kill them both. And that was that. The story is told in every orc stronghold. No matter the variation, Baloth Bloodtusk always ends up betrayed in his duel with Gaiden Shinji. The few surviving orcs from Old Orsinium had every reason to hate Shinji. Sharella's theory is career-ending madness. Denying the tomb of Baloth Bloodtusk to this king? The Orsinium Guard will have her slowed march to Friendship Gate. How can a Wrothgar scholar find work if she's banished from Wrothgar? Baloth Bloodtusk was the finest warrior to call Wrothgar home. Some say he was an avatar of Malakath himself. Don't believe the tales. He didn't wrestle giants. I know, foolish, isn't it? It was King Torug who rode the giant bear. Everyone knows that.
Another distraction. I could use a break.
I saw you speak with Losrith. I know he's upset, but he's wrong about this tomb. The remains of Gaiden Shinji are inside, not Baloth Bloodtusk. The door to this tomb commemorates Gaiden Shinji's final duel. His image is identical to engravings from that period. There's no question it's him. He respected every opponent he challenged. That's reflected in the depiction of Baloth Bloodtusk, his final opponent. Yes, he's the orc opposite Shinji, which is why this can't be Baloth Bloodtusk's resting place. Though venerated by Wrothgar's orcs, Baloth was little more than an opportunist. Why would an orc mercenary's tomb honor the Redguard who murdered him? We don't know. The door won't open, so it's all theory. But I'll stake my reputation on this being Gaiden Shinji's tomb. I fear the King's people will be overzealous when they realize I'm right. They hold Gaiden Shinji responsible for Old Orsinium's destruction. When they see this is actually Shinji's tomb, at best Losrith will be banished for his find. At worst, Shinji's bones will be ground to powder, cooked into a pie, and served to the king. The indentations by the door are for burial urns, no doubt some sort of key. If you can open the tomb with the proper urns, I can safeguard Shinji's remains. There are catacombs nearby with similar stonework to this tomb, but they're crawling with Winterborn. Try there. Look for a monument stone of some kind. If you can find them in the catacombs, I'm certain the burial urns will open Gaiden Shinji's tomb. And avoid the Winterborn if you can help it. The greatest hero in an era of heroes. He's remembered for his skill with the blade, but his wisdom defined the future of the Redguard people. Shinji once wrote, "Honor wears the face of your final opponent." It's why Baloth Bloodtusk is connected to him. Wrothgar is too cold, and Alakir is too hot. This one spends time in both. It is the only way to find balance.
could use a break.
Bloodtusk has reinforced Orsinium. Our losses to his savage sons were considerable.
Your king should call off the siege. The battle is unjust.
Shinji, Mercedine now commands us. The siege will not end.
Mercedine? The Beast of the Reach is your general?
There's another way. Challenge Baloth to a duel. You could end the siege with a swing of your blade.
The orcs will never agree.
The orcs love Baloth more than their own king. He'll agree. His people have bled enough.
What would your king say? He appointed Mercedine.
King Zhual suggested this. He needs a victory and won't care who delivers it.
Then it shall be. The Order of Diagna will march to Orsinium. Tamal, come speak with me. Do you see how King Zhual forces my hand? If I refuse to challenge Baloth Bloodtusk, the Breton king will demand Lord Tristan do so in my place. My obedience, or my friend's life. This is what kings call leadership. No. I do not slight Lord Tristan. He leads the Knights of the Dragon. His honor and skill with a blade are without question. But Baloth Bloodtusk will see that, and use Tristan's honor against him. The orcs claim him a warrior without equal. Of more importance, so do his opponents. Cunning, quick, and patient. He bides his time, and then strikes. A style that adapts to his opponents. There are few left with skill to match my own, so the duel itself is an honor. After all, doesn't honor wear the face of your next opponent? Ha! You've spent too much time around me, Tamal.
In addition to the King's letter, Lord Tristan wishes to convey his sincere condolences.
Sir, I am no knight. Call me savage as you would behind our backs.
I will not, sir. Treat all with honor until proven otherwise, as my Lord Tristan teaches.
Does your Lord Tristan think I'm above killing the messenger? Especially a message such as this.
I do not presume, sir. I deliver the message as my lord requests, and his condolences.
Well, presume yourself a bowl of stew before you run back to your lord. I'll not feed you to my cubs today.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Oracle, we must speak. Tomorrow the Savage Sons march to kill 10,000 Bretons. Before we arrive, King Golkar will crap out another statue of Malakath to line Orsinium's halls. What's a siege without garish celebration? The king can preach orc unity all he wants, but what he means is fealty. For us to bleed out in a dagger fight he started with the Bretons. Us? Join that losing battle? Not if he paid our weight in alien nose hash. Told him as much last month. It was. Until a few minutes ago. Another king, that
Breton King, Joal, just sent me a letter. Told me my fool brother Wrothgar died to Breton forces at Orsinium. But then, he turned it into a job offer. Fight with me or the same will happen to you. Blah, blah, blah. You're too dumb to notice a subtle threat, so I'll throw it in your face. And now we march. King Joal wants to play at spilling blood. I'll carve him a river from here to Daggerfall. Arakal, you goat diddler. Get some food.
I would thank your master for the stew. It is quite delicious. I serve my Lord Tristan, as you serve Baloth Bloodtusk. But you don't exactly serve him, do you? Arakal, wasn't it? I've noticed. You insult one another, then laugh about it. The savage sons allow him to lead? Is that it? It's not the sort of honor I know, but I can see how he earned your respect. What? No! Mercedine's troops were to blame for... I cannot speak for Lord Tristan or my king, but for myself, this siege should have ended years ago. It pleases none but the crows. Because I serve a lord and obey his commands. Because my lord serves a king and obeys his commands. It is the way of things where I'm from. I've said too much. Thank you for the food. It is an unexpected kindness. I said this is the tomb of Gaiden Shinji.
Losrith, what is this nonsense?
Shirella speaks for herself. This is the tomb of Baloth Bloodtusk. There is no question.
Well, I have a question. Has your partner lost her damn mind?
None of this will matter once we open the tomb.
At which point, Shirella will be proven wrong.
That I can trust my partner to back my findings? Yes, Losrith is correct.
Orsinium did not send me to mediate a family quarrel. Figure out whose tomb this is, or I'll have the army drive you out.
Did you find the burial urns? Good. Better to open it with the king's advisor present. An official visit means he must record the tomb's contents, even if they have nothing to do with Baloth Bloodtusk. Connected? Well, yes, his duel with Gaiden Shinji, but that was their only connection. I don't understand. Perhaps Shinji defeated him as well. But we can reconcile this after we open the tomb.
I knew this would happen. It's all gone so wrong. The king's advisor arrived sooner than expected. Orsinium isn't usually so punctual. Have you found a way inside? Then by all means open it up. She'll see Gaiden Shinji has nothing to do with this tomb. Then we can salvage things with Orsinium. What do you mean? You what? Did you see him murder Baloth Bloodtusk? Or conspire with King Zhual to besiege old Orsinium? That's not what I've read. But we can discuss this after the tomb is open.